Cool. All right. So, just firstly, we'll find out a little bit about Ben.
Cool.
If that's all right. So, what influenced you to basically get into boxing?
My dad. My dad was a fighter in the army. He fought amateurs before that, then went in the army, fought with the Royal Green Jackets, done really well in the army. He was an army champion. My uncle was a pro. My granddad was a fighter. It's just in my family bloodline, and it's just all I know really. So they've taught me that from growing up, and I don't know no different.
Okay. So, what age did you kind of first remember going to the gym?
A bit late actually. I think I must have been about 13. I think 13. I was. But I was always training at home. My dad doing the basics since I was remember. But I only went to a club at that age. Yeah. I think that was more down to my dad than me. But he probably thought that was the right time.
And then obviously you started training. So what kind of in your mind was like, yeah, I want to do this properly?
I tell you what, it was like my first. I didn't have that feeling for a while actually. I know I was decent at it, but my brother was better than me, who done box somewhat. But I'm pretty smart than him, but he's better physically. Anyway, so I was just going there. I thought I was half decent. My dad loved it, and I thought, I'll go. It makes him happy, whatever. Yeah. I enjoyed it anyway. But anyway, then I went on my first championships after about 9 fights, and I fought a 3-time schoolboy champ, which was quite a big deal. And I beat him. And when I beat him, I thought, fucking hell, I'm good at this. I can maybe.
How old were you then?
I was like, what? Must have been about 15. 15? Yeah, must have been 15. And then I had won that fight, and I thought, fucking hell, I won it. Like, me and my trainer really trained hard to fight this guy, one guy. We knew he was going to fight him in the first round, and we beat him. And then from there, I just believed in myself, basically.
Yeah. How long did you kind of stay in the amateur scene for?
First fight must have been about 14. It was 14, and I stopped when I was.
Do you remember who that was against?
I do actually. Yeah. A guy called Tyler McCarthy, who I lost. Then I lost my full fight. No. Yeah, I lost that, and I lost my full fight. Then I went on a massive winning streak and won about 25 fights unbeaten.
What was your total amateur?
I had 41 fights, 36 wins.
So going into the pro ranks, what kind of what was the decision to go turn pro then?
I've always been a big puncher, so the pro game is obviously it suits me better. But I was also too young, and my dad. It was more my dad controlling me when I went pro than when I wanted to go pro. Yeah. When he thought I was ready and strong enough, he said go pro.
What age were you?
I was about 21, 22.
21,
yeah, 21 I debut.
And your first fight was at York Hall, wasn't it?
York Hall, yeah. I fought a guy called Jason McCardle.
So what, from your perspective, what was the difference between amateur and pros?
Not much actually. It's really weird. I suppose obviously people are a bit more balanced in that, but I thought it was sort of the same way anyway. So to me, it wasn't much different. I didn't really change too much. I sort of just picked things up myself and just done what my dad taught me throughout my whole amateur career and things like that. I followed my dad, so I didn't really change much really. It's only now you're seeing big changes to work with Angel and Jorge.
So when you had your first fight, how did that kind of come about? Obviously, you had to get a promoter or a management team, and was that? How easy was that? And talk to me a little bit of that.
I was clueless, honestly, at the time because I was 21, didn't know what to do. I was with a coach called Paul Cook, the dad, the father of world champion Nicky Cook, obviously. So I went to him to sign with him. And I needed a manager. I went with Steve Goodwin, who managed me for the first few fights. And then what it is, I believed in myself and thought I can be a matchroom. I feel like I can be a matchroom. So I thought, what can I do? So I thought, you know what, I need little change up, and I went with Peter Sims, thinking that's a good avenue. I had a really good relationship with Peter Sims, which was really good for me. Really got along.
So that the matchroom kind of gym associated, wasn't it?
Yeah. So if you do well there, I think you can do well at matchroom. So that was my incentive to go in there. So I went there with that in the back of my mind. But then from that, I did build up a good relationship with Peter. I learned a few things, went up on the title, and it went really well from there. Really.
Just going back, like your first fight at York Hall. Because obviously York Hall's like small, it's like a cauldron kind of thing. What was that like? When you were walking out and...
I wasn't nervous one bit. I'm not really a nervous character, I'm very chilled. But I wasn't nervous, but I'm never really nervous. I just turn up and fight, mate. It's simple as that with me. It's weird
because a lot of people I speak to that have said the fight at York Hall is they find that more nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I don't.
Because it's like right inclined, isn't it?
It's loud. I've had a good fight there. I fought an English title eliminator there, which I won. I stopped on the cut, but I won. But that was loud. That was a really good fight. Both up and down, and then. So I was loud in there, but once I was nervous, the most nervous of being in your call. I actually enjoy boxing in your call.
Yeah.
Just like that, more so than being nervous. I enjoy it.
It's like a legendary kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and I always box well there, so like, I don't mind it. So in the back of my head subconsciously, I was like, I want to box well, so I just go there chilling.
So when you talk about how the Eddie kind of thing happened, how you got signed, because you were with Goodwin before. How did that kind of happen?
Through Pete Sims really. He come down and watched me spar. Sparred well. He just gave me a shot on his shoulders. But fair play to Eddie. Like first fight, I'm sure, but I can't remember. But like, I boxed shit.
Was that the 02, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been 02 or might have been one before that. I'm not sure. But I boxed shit. Then I boxed shit again, and I think I might have boxed shit again. I don't know, but he kept with me, and then I started doing alright. Do you know what I mean? So Eddie's patient. Eddie's very patient. But Eddie's cool. And from there, it just come from Peter Sims, obviously impressed him, and I just started my stripes that way. And just eventually performing.